Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, and welcome to the first part of the new November 2011 Q&A series. Now, the first question is, what's your favorite movie? Yeah, I've talked about this a lot. I think probably Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which, is finally out on Blu-ray now. The only thing I did wish was, I wish they would have given a new commentary. Since, Paul Reubens is doing the Pee-wee character again, it would have been interesting to hear Pee-wee do our commentary on the DVD. The next question is, first of all, I want to say that since I saw your videos, my collection of horror movies became bigger than ever. You teach me a lot of things about horror movies that I love and want to say thank you. Well, my next question is, what horror movies scared you the most? And would you be with a girl that hated horror movies? Movies I didn't like that I thought that was the most scary. I thought that I think it was the original the original one, that one scene with the kid in the room standing over the mom. Session 9, I thought that new Grave Encounters was pretty creepy. A lot of those kind of ones can be creepy. Like Paranormal Activity 1 wasn't really creepy. The new one had some creepy aspects to it. Some of that kind of stuff. And then, I don't know, it's just some obscure things, too, that I find creepy. It's just, sometimes it's just like what's happening in the movie. Just if it's like, it's so intense that sometimes it can be creepy. Even like the Hostel movies, they're not scary, but just the creepy aspect is, there could be things like that. So sometimes I see things like that as kind of scary. More like, not scary like you're scared, but just like kind of creepy. And kind of like, you never know what's going on out there. Do you feel insulted that you weren't invited to the Trippy wedding? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Have you seen Little Shop of Horrors? If so, what's your opinion? I have not. I don't think I saw the original version of it. I might have seen it. I know I saw the remake. The one with the remake one with I think it was. I can't remember who was in there. I know Rick Moranis was in it. I don't remember who else was in it. I haven't seen that in so long. I know I liked it though. Why don't you watch the TV show 24? It's awesome. Yeah, sometimes with like me, there's just so many TV shows that are like the big shows that I miss. Like I watch like Pawn Stars, I watch Storage Wars, I watch those kind of things. But up until like about a year or two ago, I didn't watch much TV at all. I usually just watch movies, but now I've gotten kind of hooked on watching all this stuff, like all those kind of things. Sometimes I watch The X Factor. I liked America's Got Talent better. Hopefully, I would like if Howard Stern was a judge on that. That would make it interesting. I watched America's Got Talent mainly because it was Howie Mandel on it. And a whole other thing I wanted to mention is if people have that, I think it's that Vizio or Vizio, whatever that thing is, because I just got a new TV that has that built in. You have to pay for it, but they put like Little Monsters in like full HD on there, and so it was just kind of funny. I don't know, I just wanted to bring that up here. Do you ever watch monster movies like Godzilla, Gamera, or King Kong? If so, what are your favorite? When I was a kid, I watched some of them, but I haven't watched many of those recently. What are your favorite Judd movies? And how many times did you watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Pineapple Express? I think I watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall maybe 3-4 times. Probably 3 times. Pineapple Express, I think I watched it every so often when they put it on TV. I would watch it. I think I saw that 2 times in the theaters. Then probably watched it maybe 1 more time. And maybe saw little clips of it on TV. But I've seen every one of the movies that he's done. Funny People was a really good one. I didn't like how the trailer gave away that Adam Sandler got better. I don't know why they did that because that's come so late in the movie that I guess they didn't want to have people see a trailer on a down note like that. But I don't know, I thought they should have saved that. But I pretty much liked all of his stuff, and I'm interested in seeing too what he does with Pee-wee. I don't know if I know he's producing it. I don't know if he's going to direct it. I hope they would get Tim Burton. Or even, the guy who did Randall Fleischer, I think, who did the Big Top Pee-wee. Big Top Pee-wee wasn't amazing, but at least he understands, Pee-wee, and can probably give it that same kind of feel. Sean, do you ever consider yourself going completely digital over media in something and ridding you of your physical media? I'm doing more these days to rid myself of digital source, despite the progression in technology. Just curious. I don't see myself ever, like the horse collection, and the TV shows and things like that, I don't ever see myself not having that. I really like to have. I like to have the thing that I can hold in my hand, look at it. You know, if I want to. You know, something about that I like. You know, I was talking to a wet movie about this. You know, if I ever did have to switch to digital, I would like to have like a box anyway. You know, with maybe like a memory card of the movie on it, just something. I like to have the physical thing, even if the box is this big with a picture of the movie. You know, a cover, if that's what it switches over to, like memory cards with the movie. Something. I just don't like the idea of not being able to have the physical thing. I have no problem watching TV shows through Netflix and, you know, downloading things on, like, certain shows on iTunes, because they stay on there forever, and you watch them, as far as I know, they stay forever. You can watch them, you know, on the TV with the Apple TV, things like that. Stuff like that. But there's like certain movies and stuff that I don't ever see myself not wanting to have. Because to me, the whole thing of not having, you know, downloading it and having it on a hard drive and all that, it doesn't feel like you own it. To me, it kind of feels like when you buy a song off of iTunes and stuff, you have it, but you don't really feel like you really own it. The same as if you had the CD. It's really hard to explain, but that's my main thing with it. I just don't really, I don't know. I just never loved that idea. What are your favorite movies to watch at Christmas? Usually Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I usually ever watch. I always watch. You know, Christmas Story, I've seen that thing so much now that I don't like to watch it all the time anymore. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I've just seen it so much. I like Santa Claus, the first one. I didn't like those sequels very much. And there's some obscure Christmas things I watch sometimes. I used to watch, as a kid, this really weird one I got at Blockbuster. Something like Santa and something. It was like an 80s movie with Santa. Really cheesy. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Like say that in like Biodome. What is your favorite film director? I really don't have a favorite director. I really don't. I mean, I like things from so many different people. Do you have a daytime job? If so, what's that? No, pretty much just YouTube and then the acting stuff. I don't have time to do anything else. Also, I worked when I was at the movie theater. It was like some of the worst experiences of my life. I like to find other ways to make money. Like I said, YouTube and doing the films is, especially when you get a good film, you're okay for a while. I didn't know you were an actor. What movies were you in? IMDb, because I mentioned this so many times, but on IMDb, just search Sean C. Phillips. But some of the bigger ones is the Haunted High for Sci-Fi channel, which is sometime next year will be airing. Girls Gone Dead, and those are two of the biggest ones. And I saw the Sasquatch, which is on Chiller and all the time, and on Netflix streaming, and it's also in that thing I mentioned, Vivio or whatever, however you say that, and you can actually watch it in full HD, which I was like looking at a clip of it on there. I've never even seen it in that kind of decent quality, that good quality, because I've only ever seen it off the DVD. What do you think of Wreck and Wreck 2? Also, you think the twist in the second one added anything worthwhile to the story? I've seen the remakes. Quarantine 1. I don't know if Quarantine 2 is a direct remake. I have not seen the original ones. I do need to see those, though. In my opinion, it was kind of a bit loopy, but fair play to them, and they needed to add something to keep it interesting. Still think the third will be killing it in a bad way. The first is very vastly superior. What do you think about the Resident Evil movies? I kind of felt like they kind of went downhill a little bit. I don't know, some of the later sequels I didn't like. Like the last one, really didn't care for that one. I really liked. I didn't like love it, but I thought the first one was pretty good. I thought the second one was decent. The third one wasn't bad. I don't know, just the new one really wasn't that good. I liked the one in the desert. I thought that was pretty good. What did you think of the film The Beast? I thought that was interesting. Why are you not trying to lose weight? Watching TV won't be there when you're dead. Yeah, people like to go on about the weight thing, and I mention it, you know what I mean, because it doesn't, and I do try and lose weight. I don't try and eat a ton of stuff. That's one misconception people have about fat people, is they have a thing that fat people are eating all the time and eat more than other people, and that's the thing that's so not true. A lot of times, fat people are eating less food than skinny people. And, because like when I was with MJ, I was in Maryland, MJ would eat so much more food than me. you know, and I am trying to watch. And another thing people think is I sit around and watch TV all day. I have, you know, restless leg syndrome. I'm standing up all the time. You know, I'm hyperactive all the time. I'm not sitting down all the time at all. I can sit down for maybe like 40 minutes and I'm all over the place. You know, that's always just been the way I am. I'm not like a collapse and do nothing. That's never been me. And, you know, when I do a film and stuff, you know, I'm all over the place. And I think I surprise people. I'm not like a sit down, do nothing fat guy at all. And, you know, I think at some point I will get skinny. I know there's a big trend now in Hollywood. Like I've mentioned this before about everyone losing weight. I don't want to become skinny. That's not my bag. You know, I wouldn't get any work as a skinny person. I'd be the same as everybody else. I like to have a look. I like to be me. I like to be happy. And, you know, if I want to be a little heavy, that's fine. And I want to be a lot heavy, that's fine too. But I have to be healthy is the main thing. You know, so, yeah. I don't know why I'm going on and on about this, but people bring this up so much. Like it's going to, like, bring me down or something. It doesn't. You know, it really doesn't. When you're watching a movie, how long does it take you to realize you like or dislike the movie? Do you give all movies you watch a fair chance and watch it all the way till the end, or sometimes watch a movie for 10 minutes and decide the movie is horrible? I mean, yeah, that's a good question, because there's certain times, you know, when I'm watching a movie, like some horror movies that are so slow. One thing with horror movies, I think, is they shouldn't be too long. If they're really low budget and you try and make them over an hour and a half, you're asking for problems. You know, because something about when you make them too long, they get really boring. And if they're really not filmed well or put together well, that really can kill it, being too long. But yeah, I can sometimes, if I'm watching a movie, tell within a few minutes if I'm going to like it. Although there's sometimes when I watch a movie, you know, in the first few minutes I'm like, this isn't very good. Then it gets really good. So I usually try my best to watch through the whole movie. And there's certain times, though, you know, where I have shut it off. I'm like, this is so bad. But that's very seldom, though. What was the movie that you acted in that was the most fun doing? Probably the Haunted High movie. You know, everything went so well in that. There wasn't any problems. There was no, like, big arguments or any issues or anything like that. And, you know, it was just so cool to get to work with the Danny Trejo and everything like that. I don't know. I really feel really good about that movie, and I had a really good part in it. So I really think people are going to like it. I mean, that one, I'm trying to think of other ones that were like, I think that really has to be my favorite one, though. I love That Company. Will you watch my Grindhouse fake trailer, ATP, a Belgium slasher? Yeah, definitely. Just send me the link to that. What are you doing Christmas and Thanksgiving? I don't know what the plan is for Christmas. I know Thanksgiving, we don't really cook here. It's also just us. We're going to go to that, I think Buka thing, having a Thanksgiving thing. We went to, I think, Mimi's Cafe last year, and it didn't go very well. But I think we're going to one of the Bukas this year. Hey, Sean. Met you at Cherry Hill in 2007. What is your favorite John Candy film? Probably, you know, Uncle Buck and then Summer Rental. Yeah, and Great Outdoors. Those are the ones that I really like watch a lot. Have you been to the Dawn of the Dead Mall? Yeah, and I have a story with that. You know, I went out to that area to do this movie years back called 12/24. I don't know when it's coming out, but I went out to that, and we stopped at that. There was a stop on the bus at that mall, and I wish I would have realized that I was going to Pittsburgh. Like I was getting off at a stop like 10 minutes away, so I would have realized that the people picking me up had to backtrack and go right past that mall. So if I would have known, I would have got off and gone in that mall and had at least like 40 minutes in there. And I regret not doing that. I regret, you know, because that would have been a better experience all around than that movie. I just wish I would have gone to that mall. Even till this day, I think, man, I was so close. I could have just gotten off and gone there, but I didn't. On the last Q&A, there was a question before a big story. It involved, oh yes, some of these things I'm not talking about because, you know, over and done with. Why do you always talk about that you have so many black shirts? I mean, show us them. I don't believe that you have so many of them. All right, I'll show you. Hold on a second. They're in this closet. Let me see if I can turn this damn light on. I'll show you how many are in here. They're all black and blue. But look, like, black shirt, that's just a hanger. Oh yeah, that came off. Black shirt, black shirt, black shirt, black shirt. Let's see how many more are in here. Yeah, I'm not lying about this. Black shirt, blue shirt, black shirt, Don Murph shirts, another blue shirt. Yeah, so you see, all I've got are black and blue shirts. I don't wear, like, colorful shirts or anything like that. Yeah, people go on about this a lot. Putting these back, because I want to leave these like this. I'm sure I could cut this, but, you know, putting these back. Hold on a second. Going in here messing up this closet. Alright. Alright, here we go. Yeah. But now you see that I do have all those black shirts. Sean, which STD would you rather eat, gonorrhea or syphilis? I don't think I'd rather eat any of those. What do you think about foreign films? Have you ever watched City of God? What are your thoughts on that? I've watched some foreign films. I've liked the ones I've seen. City of Lost Children is one of my favorite ones. Are you going to live with your parents forever? People talk about that a lot. Don't feel bad about this. By the way, not a hater question. I mean, out here, I would never be able to afford it by myself. Also, I have, a really great DVD room. We all made the move together. I like some people don't like being with their parents, or thing is, I do stuff by myself a lot. I don't have any problem being here. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I'm answering these questions as truthful as I can, because I just tell it as it is. I don't really have anything to hide. Do you like Alexander Drulowski films? See, I don't know how to pronounce it. Fando Ylis, El Topo, The Holy Mountain, Santa Sangre. Do you enjoy his refusal to conform with the general methodical elements that most Hollywood directors use? I think I watched that El Topo and didn't like it very much. Do you prefer Lucio Fulci or Dario Argento? I think Dario Argento has a better technique with some of his movies. I think some of the older ones, some of the new ones aren't amazing. But just the way they're put together are sometimes a little bit better. I don't know, but they both make really good movies. Do you know the show Breaking Bad? If not, it's definitely one to check out. My dad has started to, watch all of them and really likes that show. I do need to watch that. Do you know the show? Oh, it's not. Oh, sorry. Do you arrange fan meet and greets? I've never done anything like that. Maybe at some point. Like when I go to conventions and stuff, I definitely try and tell people I'm there and things like that. What do you think of Call of Duty games? Never played that. I don't really play video games. How do you like The Big Bang Theory? That's another one my parents watch I've never watched. How do you like root beer? Yeah, root beer, I don't know. It's always kind of tasted strange to me. I don't know. Anyway, keep up the good work, Sean. Love your videos. Like, sometimes it's like, kind of depends. It's like, sometimes I'll want to be like, it's kind of like one of those things, if you don't want to drink too much or something, I drink that. Because it's like, I can never really get through it. Do you think Harry Cavill would be a good Superman? Yeah, I don't know what the guy looks like, but I think the last guy in the last movie, I can't remember his name offhand, but I thought he did a really good job. I mean, he looked, really, to me, like the Superman. I don't know. Hey, Sean, it's James. I'm glad you answered my call on the Jonathan Moody show a month ago. I have the episode kept on my iPod now, so thanks for the question. Will you ever do a video talking about some of your favorite kinds of music, artists, and albums? Yeah, at some point, I can do something like that. That's the thing is, I don't listen to tons. I mean, that's not true, though. I do find certain groups and things like that I like. I like the music for the music from Drive. I like that kind of music and things like that. Do you ever feel like your life would be completely different if you had never had a YouTube account? Also, if you have Clerks 2, my name, R.J. Carter, is in the fans credit. In the credit is the fan in the fan credits. Oh yeah, I remember that. Um, the No, I think things would be extremely. If I didn't do YouTube, I think right now, I mean, if I never did that and never went in that direction, I don't know what I would be doing because, everything that has happened for me is because of YouTube. Getting the first movies I ever did was when people found me on YouTube, for the Sasquatch movie, and from there I never stopped doing stuff. So I really feel like if I didn't do YouTube and it didn't start doing the DVD updates, start building the kind of following that I did with stuff, I think things would be really different. I would probably be doing nothing with my life right now. I don't even know what I would be doing. So I really pretty much owe everything, truthfully, to YouTube. What company made that fan behind you? Holmes. F. Mary Kill. MJ Kelly, Brendan Mitchell, Will Ferrell. I never answer those questions. What are the greatest obstacles in your life that you're currently trying to overcome? I mean, I guess someone would say being fat, but I don't really see that as an obstacle. I've been doing fine. Trying to lose weight has been something I've been, having my entire life. Trying to lose some weight, that's something, I guess. But nothing really major. I mean, I've been doing pretty good with the films and everything, so nothing like that. Do you know the movie The Dragon? That wasn't, or was he? I don't know that. Have you ever seen the movie Born in East L.A.? What did you think about it? I like that one, as far as I remember. Have you seen Harold and Kumar 3? If so, what do you think about Danny Trejo's performance? Also, since you met him, he seems a lot shorter than most people would expect. What do you think? Yeah, I thought Danny Trejo did great in it. I thought it was a great part for him. And I thought the movie was really funny. And it's gotten pretty good reviews, so I don't know. I really liked it. Danny Trejo's definitely shorter than you would think when you see him. Top 5 horror remakes from 2000 to 2010. The Hills Have Eyes remake. I'm trying to think of what other really good ones. That's one that always comes to my mind. Last House on the Left. Friday the 13th wasn't bad. Nightmare on Elm Street was horrible. That was one of the worst. Right off of my head, that's the only ones I can think of. How'd you like the trip to Florida? What is the best movie you've seen in theaters the last few months? Probably Drive. I thought Florida went good. It's, I never don't really talk about it. I've been to Florida so many times. I think I started going, I don't know if I was 8, and then I went from, I think age 8 to 18, 10 years in a row, something like that. So I kind of have seen everything change. That's why when people were saying, you kept talking about things that were changed, it's because I've been there so many times. I watched everything change. It's just weird to see everything kind of come and go, especially when you see things come and go, where they get replaced with something that people don't really like. It's just interesting. I don't know. If you're a wrestler, what would your ring name be? Probably coolduder, I guess. Can you do some shock site reactions like Encyclopedia Dramatica or Offended? I don't know that. I think I did some of those shock things like 2 Girls, 1 Cup a long time ago. I guess that's all for this part. But anyway, though, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys soon in part 2.